his tenure, we had Obama administration, Trump administration and Biden administration. Therefore, both the United States at the highest level and India at the highest level and at all levels, we are engaged regularly, and we are really finding that this relationship is only getting better and maturing from month to month. Just a small correction. The US NSA came to India, our NSA not. We have always been very watchful. India has also diversified its sources of energy, and today is quite insulated from any problems that may escalate in the Middle East. I do not think we are dependent on Iran at all.
I was about to say.
Very often with Bob also, in explaining to him that every country protects certain goods, certain items based on their national interest and based on the offensive actions of certain other countries. For example, the United States of America does have an import tariff of probably over 163% on peanut butter. It is a defensive protection that the United States provides to their farmers on peanut butter. Similarly, there are products in India which have zero duty. There are products in India which have low duties of 2.5%, 5%. And there may be a few products which may have certain higher duties. Also, in an MFNized world, most favored nation tax import duties world, one has to look at what are the countries who are providing products, who are dumping products, who have non-transparent or opaque pricing mechanisms through which they are sending products into India, and protect the domestic manufacturing industries against those indiscriminate imports, often substandard but irrationally priced. In that situation, the MFN rate applies to all, and some countries may find it hurting them. The best way forward is for us to do a free trade agreement, and that is what India is doing with many countries. We've concluded with the UAE in a record time, the fastest ever concluded FTA ever in history. We have concluded our ECTA agreement with Australia, the second part of which is under active discussion. I just returned from Australia 2 weeks back. We have concluded an agreement with the EFTA countries, Switzerland, Norway, Liechtenstein and Iceland. A very powerful agreement, again a first of its kind in history, where a trade agreement also has an element of $100 billion foreign direct investment commitment linked to the trade benefits given to them. Why I am sharing all this is that in order to overcome the constraints of MFN-based tariff structure, one has to work for bilateral relationship. One can't have lower taxes for one country and higher for another country other than through this mechanism. Bob understands that very well. I've also been at pains to explain to my counterparts in the United States that should I reduce the import duties on even products of the interests of USA, it will have to be on an MFN basis. And the benefit won't come to the US, which is already quite high priced in most products. The benefit will be taken by some other third country. Reliable trade partners, an outstanding trade partner with whom we are increasingly expanding our relations and our trade, both in goods, services, technology, investment, in every respect. And we deeply value this relationship. I don't think comments made during an election determine our relations. We have, under the Modi government, had excellent relations with the Obama administration, with the Trump administration, with the Biden administration, and going forward we will continue to have excellent relations with the United States of America, only getting better by the day. रिश्ते सुधारने का हर संभव कदम उठाया। आप पिछले दिनों में चाहे अगर 14, 15, 16 दिनों में प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी ने बड़े खुले दिल से, साफ मन से पाकिस्तान के साथ रिश्ते सुधारने का हर संभव कदम उठाया। लेकिन अगर पाकिस्तान आतंकवादी गतिविधियों को बंद नहीं करेगा और हमारे देश में आके हमारे नागरिकों के ऊपर आहत पहुंचाएगा, नुकसान पहुंचाएगा, तो स्वाभाविक है कि भारत को जम के उसका मुकाबला करना पड़ेगा। पत्थर का जवाब पत्थर से देना होगा, ईंट का जवाब ईंट से देना होगा। वही हमने किया। हमने चाहे वो सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक हो, चाहे एयर स्ट्राइक्स हो, जब पाकिस्तान ने भारत के ऊपर नुकसान करने का प्रयास किया, हमने उसको जमकर मुकाबला किया। जहां तक व्यापार की बात है, ट्रेड रूट्स की बात है, इंडिया हैज नॉट स्टॉप ट्रेड विद पाकिस्तान। इट इज पाकिस्तान हु हैज स्टॉप ट्रेड विद इंडिया, एंड देयरफॉर द बॉल इज इन देयर कोर्ट। भारत एक ऐसा देश है जिसने कभी भी किसी के साथ रिश्ते बिगाड़ने का कोई कदम नहीं उठाया। वी आर नॉट एन एक्सपेंशनिस्ट कंट्री। We have always believed in dialogue. We have always believed in diplomacy as the solutions for the problems of the world. And we will continue to persevere and make every effort to have dialogue and diplomacy as our tool for global good. पर उसका प्रीकंडीशन जरूरी है कि आतंकवाद को अगर कोई सहायता दे, आतंकवाद को प्रोत्साहन दे, वो कदापि भारत या भारत के